Hi, I'm Kevin from Craft Gardens. Today we're going to talk about Easy Care succulents for the indoor. Now, we call these Easy Care succulents because, in fact, they're very easy to take care of. The main two things you have to worry about basically is light and water. So we're going to touch on those things and a couple more things as well. Now, when it comes to light and positioning your indoor succulents, you cannot give these plants too much light on the indoors. So put them on a windowsill, southern exposure or a western exposure. They can even go on a patio as long as the temperatures don't get too cold. Now, if you're going to transition these even to a further light, you need to transition these very slowly from your indoors more towards your patio, and eventually some of these could even take some outdoor. But we're selecting all these plants that will work very well for an indoor situation. Now, you can also supplement your light by adding extra light with a fluorescent tube or some lights on it, and just give them as much light as possible and they'll thrive. Now, watering your Easy Care succulents is really an easy process to do, and we're going to err on watering less, not more. So these plants, a nice tip to do for these plants is to pick them up if you can, feel the weight of them, and if they're feeling very light, that means they probably need to be checked for water. Plunge your finger down in there. If you feel any kind of moisture, they probably don't need watering. If they feel very light, very dry, and you don't feel any moisture in them, then you can go ahead and water these lightly. Don't ever let them stand in water, because that'll be a for sure overwatering situation. So you keep them evenly moist when you water them, but don't overwater these plants. Now, since these plants are succulents and they grow rather in a slow pace on the indoors, in the summer they may require a little bit of fertilizer because you're going to see some new growth coming on these plants. In the wintertime, when it's a little cooler, they may not grow as fast inside. We recommend a very low rate of fertilizer, about 1/4 to 1/2 a normal strength of a liquid type fertilizer, when you go ahead and water these about once a month. Trimming your succulents is an easy process because they very rarely even need to be trimmed. But for instance, on a sedum, as they become longer and have longer runners, you don't want to have that. You can go ahead and take a pair of scissors or trimmers and trim right below the petiole when you trim these plants. Now, sometimes these plants, as they mature, they'll have some lower leaves on the bottom, like on the Echeveria, and you can basically just pull these lower leaves off that are, if they turn brown or something like that. So remember, these plants are clean air machines, so you can breathe easy. And for more information, you can go to Craft Gardens channel on YouTube. Thank you.